Good morning, my good people. How are you guys this morning? Yep, I want to, speak again. And this time I wanted to kind of talk about, how sometimes we can worry ourselves so much that, it almost starts working against us. Like, if faith is speaking positive things until, you see those things happen, then, fear and worry is like speaking negative things, and eventually those negative things will start producing in your life. Anytime you want to set out to do something good, especially if you're doing good for others, you're going to start seeing like a hurricane of problems come in. I mean, they're going to hit you from the left to right, up, down, front to back, sometimes double time. And you start thinking, well, man, this is just not worth it. I don't even want to go through all of this trouble just to try to get ahead. And you find yourself sometimes just saddened and weakened by just the process of trying to move ahead. And that's just really, the time to push harder. When the going gets tough, the tough gets going, as they say. But it's like, from my own personal experience, I'll put it like that. Every time I think a thought to do something good, I get so much stuff happening around me. I mean, it's just unbelievable how much stuff I have to face, just even sometimes when I think a thought. And sometimes I count that as I'm not trying to brag or boast, but I feel like sometimes I'm like Harriet Tubman, trying to get people through the Underground Railroad. So Harriet Tubman, when she escaped, she could have just been like, hey, I'm free, I'm glad to be. She might have took a few of her family members with her, maybe a boo. I don't know, she had a husband or a bae or whatever at the time. But once they all made it over, she could have been like, hey, I got me, my four, no more here, and I'm good. So, good luck to the rest of them. I hope they find this trail and they, make it to the other side themselves. But she didn't do that. She went back several times, risking her life, trying to make sure as many people as she could take with her, made it to the other side as well. And sometimes, people look at me and they go, you could do so much better if you just stop focusing on other people and stop helping so many other people, because your life is good, but it would be so much better if some of that attention that you give elsewhere, you just put that back into you. And there's lots of nights where I sit and I contemplate and think to myself, like, yeah, they're right. But then there's something in me that when I look around me, and it just makes me want to, take some of what I have and spread it out. And then it looks like I have less, but really I have so much more, because in my heart it's filled. I'm fulfilled in the fact that I'm like, I know that if I just took what I had, I would have so much more. But I'm truly the type of person that wants to see everybody make it, like for real. Like if I have a contact, an insight, a vision, whatever it is, if it's money, if it's this, whatever it is that I have and I can afford to give it away, if it's knowledge, if it's inspiration, if it's a hug, whatever it is, if it's something small, if it's something large, and the more I get, the more I'm willing to give. That's why I am trying to obtain more, because the more that I see coming to me, the more that I'm going to pour out. I would, me and my sister, sometimes we talk about empty vessels versus people who pour out. And a lot of people walk around being an empty cup, like pour into me, pour into me, pour into me. You might as well be one of those people sitting on the side of the road holding a sign and just write on it, pour into me, because I'm not giving out to anyone. I want more, I want more, I want more. And when I get it all, I just want to sit back like a fat rat, you know. And I've never been like that. I always wanted to pour out. As my cup fills, I want it to overflow so that it pours into someone else's cup and start filling up their cup. Now, another thing about that is, you know, to whom much is given, much is required. So I have to be strong enough to be able to not let all of the problems that come at me while I'm trying to go after it, you know, make me lose heart, make me, you know, faint in well doing, because the more well you do or the more good you do for people, the more it seems like it's not even worth helping no one. Like, you just really want to be like, I could take all of this and have it all to myself. But, you know, that's the time when you really have to bite down and say, no, you know, I'm not going to be tricked by the enemy into believing that, you know, this wasn't a blessing to me and I am blessed to be a blessing. So, you know, I guess, you know, it's kind of sound like I'm just kind of just, you know, go out there just speaking about a bunch of different stuff. But, you know, getting back to my main point is like, if you are the type of person that has something in you that you want to do things big, you want to do them on a grand scale, you want to do more, go after that.